The Bank of England has raised UK interest rates by 1/4 percentage point to 4.5%, the highest level since 2008. It's an attempt to lower the country's inflation, which remains in double digits at 10.1% as of March this year. The Bank of England has a target to lower inflation to 2%, but the current rate is still more than 5 times higher and the biggest among major European economies. But both the UK and the EU have been hit by the pandemic as well as by the effects of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So what gives? Well, we asked the question to Jacob Kierkegaard, an economist at the German Marshall Fund.
There's no doubt that the UK has an actual inflation problem. And I think it basically can be attributed to 3 main reasons. The UK economy has for many years had very low levels of productivity. And that's important because normally in an economy with high levels of innovation, productivity, you can have rising wages, etc., without price pressures. That's not the case in the UK. Secondly, the UK suffers from a pretty inflexible labor market. So you have, increasing labor shortages, etc., in parts of the UK. And then, of course, you've got a significant number of European citizens leaving the UK after Brexit. And then finally, you obviously have, again, a direct implication of Brexit, namely the sort of breaking up of all the traditional trade flows that the UK had with the rest of Europe.
What about other EU countries which have managed to keep their inflation rates the lowest? Well, as you can see on this graph, Luxembourg has the lowest inflation rate at just 2.7%, followed by Belgium, then Cyprus and Spain. So how did these countries manage to keep their inflation rates lower than in the UK?
The big reason why in the last 6 to 9 months you've had such big differences in the level of inflation across particularly the euro area countries is that governments have implemented different variations of price controls on gas or electricity, like you saw in France, and other countries haven't done it at all.
The Bank of England now expects inflation to fall to 5.1% by the end of the year. That's already less of a drop than the 3.9% that was forecast back in February.